So today, as part of our sort of foundation series of videos, we're going to discuss with you what you need to say to a web developer to get a really, really strong brief together. So one of the first things that we really need to understand is what is the objective of the website. So if you've got an old one, don't you like about it? What's not working for your business? How do you need it to work? What does success look like to you? Secondly, we need to understand what you're going to be doing with the website, how you're going to use it for marketing. So, understanding who your target markets are for each service or product that you offer, because that means that we're talking to different audiences. We need to get that bit of knowledge and also understand how you might use it for marketing, because we'll be building that into our plans as we go along. We also want a success metric. So, where are you now? Where do you want to get to? Because that's really clear. If we don't understand the success metric of what the website needs to achieve or do, then it's very difficult to hit those targets. It also gives a very clear point for you as to what successful is and what it isn't. Then we need to actually understand how many pages. So a lot of clients come to us, they tell us what they want, but the way that most websites are priced up is the amount of time it takes to actually get the job done and how many pages therefore need to be built. So creating a sitemap, that's how the website is structured. So home pages, service pages, how many of those, about us page, do you need any industry landing pages? All of these things need to be put in. You can create them on Canva, you can create them on sitemap planners. There's loads online that you can use, or you just simply do it in an Excel spreadsheet as a drop down. Really easy to do. But if you detail out those pages, it allows someone to actually quote. Otherwise, it can be very confusing. Now, they should be looking for gaps in your plans. So they should cover all of the elements that you might not have thought about. But if you've got the basics down, it's a really good starting point. Do you need your blogs transferred over? So, what are we keeping? What are we getting rid of? Do you have any brand guidelines, visuals for the website, what you like, what you don't like? So, even looking at websites, because taste is subjective, what I think looks great and a great looking website doesn't mean it's a good website. You can have some of the worst websites in the world, like Amazon, and they're creating lots and lots of money for the person who owns them. So ultimately, what we want to understand is what does a good looking website look to you, so that we can make sure that it aligns with the look and the ethos of what you want. If you've got brand guidelines done, then send them through, because also the amount of branding that needs to go into a site has an exponential effect on how long you're going to spend on each page and what you're going to do to get it up to that level of how it looks. Um, do you have a CRM that needs integrating? So the technology that you need, do you need plugins to make your website work? And it may be that you don't know what those plugins are, but you know what you'd like it to do for you. So adding that in is really key. Um, do you have a timeline and a budget? Now, most people don't like to give you a budget because they instantly think you're going to spend it all. But actually, it's with websites, how long is a piece of string? And it doesn't all need to be bought done in a day. So what we would say is put a budget together where you feel happy, because then at least they can quote against that budget rather than just saying what your whole budget is, or give them a range of where you're hoping it to be, or ask them, if we've got this many pages, roughly what are we looking at? It saves the developer hours of quoting, putting something really good together for you that you then don't take, but also it saves you wasting your time of going to get quotes, going down that rabbit hole with a developer to find out at the end that you can't actually afford it. Um, then it really is about aligning that strategy, your website goals, all of that together in a comprehensive plan. So, your marketing plan, if you've got one, that's great. We can work on ones with clients that run alongside that, because we need to know what you're doing and how we're going to help you achieve those goals. So, all of those things need to be built into your website plan, and then to break it down page by page. What do you want on this page? Do you need any assets on each page? Really think about what it is that you actually want. Most people will get what they've always got. But understanding those goals, understanding the direction of travel, understanding what technology you've currently got, what you're currently going to need to make sure your tech stack is right, is also key to developer, because although we may not need it for another 3, 4 years, if we're building the platform right from the word go, and again, we want something really flexible. If you look at our first series, that shows the flexibility of the websites that we build. So you're looking for flexible platforms because your business is going to change. It's going to change from year one to year 5. We had a client with us last year who found his accounts and couldn't believe how much he had grown in that interim period, just quadrupled since that period of time. So actually understanding where you are, where you want to get to, what the direction of traveling means, that means they're setting up their foundations immediately well for you. If you have any questions or you're thinking about starting, we will happily um, have a chat with you. If you can see our QR code in the top right hand corner, get in touch, have a chat. We'll talk to you about which platform's right. If we're not right for you, we'll tell you. Um, any questions, really happy to have those one-to-ones, and hopefully you found this helpful.